Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Fragrance
Bros.
Coming at you again with another review, this time with another guest host again, Ben.
Yep.
Glad to have you on again.
Thank you.
The fans have spoken. They want you back sometimes.
They love my accent.
And today we are reviewing The Cobra and the Canary by Imaginary Authors. So let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2012. It's classified as a woody spicy. Notes are lemon, tobacco flowers, orris, leather, hayfields, and asphalt. So what do you get of longevity out of this?
I get actually pretty good. Longevity is probably 8 hours or a little bit longer. Really good longevity.
Yeah, I get really good. Like mine's probably in the excellent range, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about because about the 7-hour range, it becomes like a skin scent.
Yeah.
But after that, it still hangs on for a couple more hours. It's just really, really light.
Yes.
But still overall, really good longevity.
Oh yeah, and the projection's amazing on it too.
I get pretty good projection as well. I don't know if my wife likes that.
Yeah, mine either.
It's pretty potent, especially at the opening. The opening is like pretty beastly.
Yeah, it's room filling for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty potent for probably at least 30 minutes. It's really loud.
Yeah.
And then it starts to die down and it gets to be really nice, but you can still, you walk through a room, people know.
Yeah. Season, I would say this is really good for spring and fall, those kind of in-between months where it's just very temperate. I think this works great day or night. And for occasion, I think this is really good for casual, work, and formal.
I've tried it out in the cooler months and it doesn't do as well, but definitely like when it's slightly cold, cool, like we have our typical, winters here.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so what does this remind you of?
Honestly, what it does remind me of, and maybe it's just because the imagery and stuff, I don't know, it just reminds me of like an old racetrack out in the field somewhere.
That's cool.
With like overgrown weeds and stuff everywhere, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just reminds me of.
Yeah. There's like one old timer still there practicing.
Yeah, like an old, one of those old like moonshiner cars going around the track or something,
That's right.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows that I'm a huge Imaginary Authors fan, and I remember smelling this one time from Jer. Jer wore it one time. I was like, wow, what is that? And he's told me it was Imaginary Authors, Cobra and the Canary. And I was like, because I hadn't worn it up to that point. Mm-hmm. And so ever since then, I've wanted it. And so I got it recently as a gift and was thrilled. And I love this scent already. Now, I heard that this was inspired by James Dean. Kind of like, and that
makes sense.
That reminds me of, your imagery. So it does have kind of that type of feel. James Dean, obviously iconic for like the bad boy image.
Yeah.
And
they love to go racing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So one of the iconic pictures of him is him in a leather jacket, smoking a cigarette on a bike.
Right.
And so I totally get that from this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
To me though, this isn't like ultra bad boy because it has a nicer edge. So it's very pleasant at the same time.
Right, yeah.
So I think this is really good for most men. At the start though, as far as the way it smells, lots of lemon and leather.
Right.
Right away. And the leather there is amazing. Really thick and dense. It does remind me of kind of a leather jacket, but almost dirty.
Yeah.
And I like the dirty edge at the start. Mm-hmm. But the lemon adds kind of a freshness, and it kind of makes up for the dirtiness there. To me, it's funny because like leather to me is kind of a thicker base note in a lot of fragrances. Mm. But to me, this almost does like a flip-flop where the leather is strong at the start, but then kind of fades down a little bit. And what I'm left with after that is like an iris note with kind of almost like a hint of a sourness or something in there.
When I first put it on, I get a little bit of that rubber note, but I get a lot of leather and citrus. Mm. And the citrus note does brighten it some. Like leather to me comes off as dark.
Yeah.
Where the lemon is kind of like a little bit makes it lighter, which is why when you say like seasons, I think is spring and fall, because scents are kind of universal, with spring and fall. I mean, if you have a summer scent that can be used in, winter too. But this one is so well balanced with that darkness of the leather and then the lemon. It works really well.
Yeah.
And then for me it dies down and I kind of get that hay note.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like what you said, like a dirty leather jacket. What it kind of reminds me of, I get a dustiness to it. Mm. Kind of like if you were basically, run like you had a leather jacket on and you're running around on a motorcycle or car on like maybe a dirt road and the jacket got dusty from that.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
You know, mixes in with that rubber note. I get a little bit of that, but it starts fading away. And I get a lot of the, more leather, hay, and lemon.
Yeah.
When it dies down a lot more. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I agree, with everything that you said. This is a really great scent, really well blended, like really well blended. Mm-hmm. This may be my favorite from the Imaginary Authors line. Like I love a lot of them, but this one to me is up there. I think this is a perfect balance between artistic and wearable.
Yeah.
And Imaginary Authors does that really, really well, especially for like a niche brand, which wants people to buy their stuff, but also make a statement and that they're not the typical designer type scent.
Right.
This is perfect. I think a lot of people will like this. It has a very pleasant vibe to it, but at the same time, it's unlike many fragrances out there.
Yeah, so when I first tried this scent way back when, and it was a sample from y'all that y'all sent me, I didn't really like it because it had like a off-putting, almost like a tar note, if I remember correctly. It was something off-putting. I didn't like it at all. But now, I got that new sample from Josh, and I really like it now.
Yeah.
It seems just smoother, a little bit more elegant. I really like it now. I do. I think it's artistic, in a way, but it's wearable.
Yeah.
And usually with Josh's scents for me, it's like, really cool notes. There's always one oddball one in there that's like, do I like that or not?
Yeah.
Like the Cape Heartache, like the strawberry note in there to me is like weird, but it's like, that's kind of weird. I kind of like it. It's so awesome. And then it's like it really grows on you. And this is what I think this did to me. I really like this scent.
Yeah. So what about compliments?
I didn't get a whole lot of compliments. My wife hated it.
Really?
Yeah. But my mom really liked it. So, and that's kind of the only two compliments I really got from it. And that's I had to make them go, smell it and say, what do you think? Nobody came up to me and said, oh, that smells great. Or what is that? Nothing really. Which was odd because I really thought I'd get some feedback one way or the other with this one.
I don't think that every person is going to stop you and ask you what you smell like.
Right.
But I do think that it has a type of appeal to a large amount of people. As far as my world, I didn't really get many notices from it. I got a couple. And then my wife, she said it was okay. And that's about it. I'm okay with that. If she thinks it's okay, I was like, okay, good. I don't have to get rid of this.
That's actually a ringing endorsement from her.
That's right.
So.
Bang for buck, this is $95 for a 50 mil. I've talked about this before. I think that's a really good value for what you're getting. Mm-hmm. You're paying really for the artistry here and something that is really wearable. I think it's a great, great value.
The price for the bottle is well worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, because to me, you're right. Josh does such a great job blending that really, I think it's almost cheap, to be honest.
And of course, if you don't like the 50 mil bottle, they have the travel size now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is about, I think, 13, 14 mil or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 14 mil. I think.
Yeah. With some of the scents, you might not love every certain one where you want a full bottle of it, but for some scents that you just like, you might want to have like a travel spray or a smaller amount.
Yeah, because I think I would probably buy the travel spray for this one myself.
Okay.
Because I really like it, even though my wife does it.
Yeah.
But I really like it, so I kind of want it anyway. So I'll probably actually pick up the travel spray of this for myself to wear every now and then.
So final rating, what do you give this?
4 out of 5.
Okay.
I really like it. The only thing I give it is just because my wife hates it, so I'm kind of limited on when I can wear it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like it personally. I love it. So 4 out of 5.
I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. I love this scent. It's one of my favorites. I could wear this, every week. I just really, really like this scent.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It has a really nice appeal to it. It's wearable, it's artistic, and it smells fantastic. I love it. So that's all we have. Let us know if you've tried Cobra and the Canary down in the comments down below. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. Thanks again, Ben, for coming on. Always appreciate it. And we'll see you next time with the Fragrance Brothers.
See ya. Big bold letters. Kate doesn't like it. This is so good. Oh my God, seriously?